I know he. Okay. Oh wait, no, we got Mario versus Wario. Interesting.
I'm curious why not. Maybe I could see like I feel like Min Min could do a very very good job of just like keeping Wario out, but like granted like Wario fair off stage just sounds like a nightmare as Min Min.
Yeah, I mean, also he might just prefer this matchup. I mean, like it doesn't seem like a bad match. I mean, obviously Wario, very explosive character. Mario's got some combos that can rack up damage. Doesn't really struggle to kill. Like struggles to get early kills, like outside of specific setups. But in terms of just raw kill power, you have back air, you have like the down air.
Yeah.
So,
And also just depending like on how you're feeling. I mean I don't know what the set history at least between these two is, but
and then just you touch EricTho's shield, and he immediately up B's out of it.
uh, it's good. Like it's a good option. Oh, that's the nair.
I messed up the combo.
Percent was a little bit too high to get that link, so Eric though smart DI up at least to get away from that. And that another up B out of shield.
So, can you explain something to me? Why does like sometimes why is it that like sometimes the hit Wario can be facing to the right, but like the up B will send to the left?
Yeah, I can give the perfect explanation. I don't know.
Oh.
I think I talked to like Eric as well, and I like asked him like, is there anything that like determines like like which way it goes? He's like, it's usually like the direction that Wario's facing, but I'm trying to figure out like if it's also like the way that like you're drifting during the up B. I don't particularly know. I think it's like always like sending in if you drift like outwards. Don't quote me because I don't know, but I agree that I'm also baffled by it. So by that I'm saying I'm agreeing like every political candidate ever. I agree with their general sentiment, but we'll give no allegiance one way or the other.
I agree. What was the question?
I would like to thank Anna for running West Town Brawl.
Lovely. Add everyone.
This doesn't work. We don't have a Discord for this tournament yet.
What? Man, I hate Flotato's tweeting that right, or like twitching that right behind us.
Yeah. I saw Smash coming out from Mario. He is gonna get at least a little bit off. What I want to see is I want to see some water cheese with the bike. That's what I want to see.
Is it just like it holds the bike's forward momentum?
Yeah, it's especially like common, at least like with Squirtle. But what you do is you toss essentially the bike up, and then as it's coming down, you like water it, and then it's just gonna fly away.
All right, Downer killing off the top, finding that hit. This is so I mean obviously so I don't know about like Mario combo trees. Does the rage that Mario has just like preclude getting like an early kill from a forward air combo?
Yeah, it's gonna stop things like that sort of thing, but also. I do like how Mario is trying to like go for these like resets or whatnot, like with the bear instead of like usual like downer off of that up throw. The only problem is that just that like especially when Eric like does that like a little bit of like up B, he's just so tricky in terms of like how he's drifting and like getting through the platforms, and especially with Wario's mobility, it just gets really tricky. Follow him.
Yeah.
Wario was already slippery and greasy enough just from looking at him, but.
Yeah, he's definitely the most flammable man in Smash.
Wait, I'm surprised he fell out of that B. I'm gonna be real.
This game is weird.
Yeah, but this is not fair. That's a. Oh, he wanted the reset. Yeah, he knew it wasn't true, so he tried to get the reset to try and get the waft off. But this is scary.
Yeah, this. I mean, it's next game. This is. I don't want to say it's over. I mean, obviously, because like. I like Mario. Obviously, I respect him as a player, but this is pretty close to over. Like, he's going to need a kill right now, and then he needs to avoid, like, any of the... Oh, okay. Well, that helps. This is no longer quite so over.
Yeah, but EricTho's just falling out of these moves. It's just not really working for Mario. It always feels like Mario is just at slightly too low a percent, at least, like, to get, like, the kill move or to get anything like that. It feels like it's just so close, but not quite getting it. Down air, not even going to do it just yet as well.
That's
grab it.
Not even close to.
Yeah, good grab as well. But yeah, EricTho reading the drift back. Good fade back from Mario.
That's
not gonna make it back though.
And EricTho just takes it, just runs his game, just backs off right when you think he's gonna be there. Just feels very comfortable ceding stage control because it buys him time. It buys him the ability to bait approaches, and it sometimes buys him entire games. Really grind you out kind of player.
Still pretty close game, but I feel like, especially like with a bunch of players that are like facing against EricTho for the first time, he has a very different pacing, at least like aside from like most people like in Wisconsin. I feel like a lot of people in Wisconsin is kind of like like immediately wanting to like get in. I mean, like we got Comet, we got Pow Pow, a very aggressive Sonic. We have John Wick 4, we have Caden. We have a bunch of very aggressive players, and then EricTho comes out with this very bait heavy playstyle, this very kind of like reset heavy, and just kind of like boggles your mind, and it's kind of weird. It's weird for a lot of people, especially who aren't used to it.
Yeah. It's kind of fun. Like a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people like look at West Town Brawl results and complain about the characters there. I talked to Eric. I mean, EricTho's from Indiana, and he told me like, yeah, I actually much prefer the characters here than compared to what we had in Indiana. He showed me their PR. It was like 2 Steves or something like that.
I mean,
2 Steves like a Mega Man.
I'm trying to remember at least like who's there, because I know that one of the Steves is probably Camo Cat, but I'm trying to remember who else is there. I know that maybe there's Cantaloupe. I know that number 1 in the state right now is Wolfie, who's a ZSS. You also have Wes, who's a K-Rool.
What's up? When you have a chance, you have a bat. Yeah. All right, thank you.
Yeah. I don't exactly remember the Indiana PR, but maybe.
I gotta go get my ass beat by Comet.
All right, have fun. I will try to hold down the fort at least like for a little bit, at least with this set. But it just feels like Mario has the right ideas. It just seems that EricTho is just right outside the percent range, at least like where it would actually like take the stock in a sense. Good grab as he gets back. Another parry as well, and a good read on the roll from Mario. He will take that first stock. Very, very good stuff coming out. Now the question is, can Mario capitalize on this? That's already 20%, and he's getting EricTho in a little bit of an awkward situation. I do like this, at least for now. The bigger thing is almost like you have to wait for EricTho to play. You have to try and see like where he's kind of like dancing around your shield. But the dash attack will end up taking it as a little bit of percent, not too much, but still something at least like to show for it. Good narrow at least to get out of it as opposed to getting hit by that chomp from EricTho. He does get up in the air, and good presence of mind, just the same place. Yeah, it feels like these chomps, like, they could just be such a mental drag as well, like, on the player, because, it's like one of those things where it's just like, yeah, it's a something that beats, like, the shield, but the waft is going to actually take that as well. And all of a sudden, fairly early stock coming out from Mario is, or a fairly good stock that's coming out from Mario is going to be completely gone. As EricTho is coming out again with these up Bs out of shield. He will get back. But that's another up throw. That's another up air. That's a little bit of damage he's coming on to Mario. But it really feels like Mario has just not gotten too big of an advantage today going against EricTho. It always just feels like these straight hits. And EricTho is like slightly little confirms. Maybe not as long as maybe he's used to, but they have been doing the job. That up B though is not going to do the job, but as he does die relatively early. Curious if that was an SD coming out from EricTho. But he's going to stick on that platform. Going to get clipped by that downer, though. And a good grab from Mario. This could be a little bit of big damage, especially on that middle platform. And I like to see as well the baiting playstyle coming out from Mario as well. It feels like he's almost throwing EricTho's playstyle right back at him. And he does manage to shield through the fireball, so he will get through. And you also see that EricTho has a pretty good read, at least in terms of like when Mario is going to shield. He's throwing out a lot more of these chomps. He's trying to beat the shield out. He's not really doing any of these bears because he doesn't want to do, as soon as I say it, he does that bear, but he doesn't want anything too committal. He's going to get hit by that fireball. A little bit of damage, but still not going to be enough. F-tilt is going to slap him away. He does manage to get through, and good on Mario to get on that platform. He wants to not really interact. He doesn't want to deal these with EricTho. Good read on that, but not quite going to get it, and that bear is going to take it instead, as EricTho will take the game and the set 2-0.